Today is August 20th. You'll see here on the left I have a calendar open in Google. I'm going to update this calendar data here in the message body. You can see I've used this command create at calendarsnack.com. That's essentially just a Dropbox, if you will. I've invited this service, which is a set of APIs that disassembles the calendar invite information here in the middle. It is viewed by using a app we built called calendarsnack.com that's talking to the AWS Calendar Invite server and serving up this data in the middle. Now over to the right, I have a MailChimp campaign. And what I'm doing here in this MailChimp campaign is embedding the calendar invite in a button right here. It's an embeddable calendar invite that calls out the calendar specific information for this game, Rams versus the Houston, which is my demo data set. And upon the click of this button in my VIP list I send it out to in MailChimp, they're going to get a calendar invite which will be tracked and updated along the way. So that's the setup and the pitch. I am going to actually show you live here on how update works and how easy it is. So I'm going to paste in this message. I'm going to change it a little bit here per the suggestion of my Grammarly engine. I'll make it larger so you can see what's going on here. So I put the event message in there. I'm going to save it. It's going to update the Calendar Snack engine talking to AWS APIs. AWS APIs for the Calendar Invite server itself are a distinct set of APIs we built. And you'll see that I updated the message body. That's simple. And that simple part is we're talking to the service here. You don't need anything about it. And I'm going to take that same information and make sure it's in this message over here. So this is the way the MailChimp offer is going to go out. So I'm going to now generate the button for the calendar invitation to be embedded into the MailChimp. And that is just simply a piece of code that we build on the fly. You can see all the different providers that we build buttons for. Now this particular game, I have all the NFL in there, so I got to be a bit careful. This is September 7th, so I want to get the right button generated. So a couple different ways I could look at it, but since we're at the top of the data stack here, I'm just going to look for Los Angeles, old school. I'm just going to scroll down. And there they are there. Los Angeles on the 7th is playing the Rams. Rams versus the Texans. I'm going to view the link. I'm going to copy the link. So this is the link, the embeddable calendar invite that I'm going to use and paste in here. So it's that simple. I'm going to paste it in over here. That's auto-injected into this button here, this call to action. So when someone clicks this button, they're going to get a calendar invitation, and that is trackable. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and send it out now. It's ready to go. It's for the Rams versus the Houstons. I have a small test list. I'm just going to send it to 8 subscribers in my MailChimp campaign. And one of them in the subscriber database, shockingly, is part of my demo system, and his name is Zach. I'm going to pull this up here, and we're going to refresh the screen a couple times and see what goes on, see if this MailChimp campaign went out, and see if Zach got one here. Sometimes a bit risky in a live demo. Sometimes it works fine. Okay. It looks like here it is right here. There it is there. So Zach has received this MailChimp campaign as an embeddable calendar invite in it. I showed you how I did that. I pasted it in there. Zach's going to take on the demo persona. He's going to click it, and he's been sent a calendar invitation. Now, to believe that, you'd have to see it. So there it is there. The API sent out the calendar invitation. And Zach says, geez, hey, I clicked the RSVP. I get the calendar invite. You got to say yes or maybe. I'm going to say yes. So what does that really mean? Well, that means now that Mandy, the organizer over here that owned basically this whole stack, she owned her personal calendar, the Calendar Snack, and the MailChimp. She's the organizer of the event. She is now checking on reports of what's going on with this campaign. So I'm going to take on her persona, going to the 7th, and I'm going to drill into the Los Angeles game, which is right here. There's one person that has responded. That was Zach over here. Now, to see the data live, what will happen is Zach's going to say maybe to this event. And I'm going to collapse the screen here real quick down here. I'm going to refresh Mandy's screen over here. She's the organizer. She's checking on her events downstream. And now she sees that Zach has moved from yes to tentative. So what she's going to do the day of the game, it'd be as simple as this. I'll move this over here. I'm going to put MailChimp away because now we're having a one-to-many conversation with whoever clicked this calendar invite in the RSVP button in her MailChimp campaign. And now she's communicating directly to all these respondents that she would have in her event organizer dashboard. So now she can go to the LA game. I'm going to go ahead and show you the pipeline. She goes back into this LA game. There was the original message. And now let's pretend it's coming up on game day, and she needs to release where to go get the booth invite. So I'll release the booth information, being Mandy, taking on her persona. Booth number 1000, please stop by and get the free merch. So this is not, this now is going to go to anybody downstream that's received the calendar invite. So I'm going to click it being Mandy. I'm going to push the update. You're going to see the update here in the Calendar Snack engine talking to the AWS calendar invite server. There's the update here in a second. You'll see it process. And there it is there. Here's the booth number. And then you'll see downstream, Zach, being an actor in the system here, received a updated calendar invite. And you'll see that he got notified that, hey, your merch is available for pickup right here at booth 1000. He's going to say yes. So I go back to the organizer here being Mandy. And Mandy reflashes her screen. She's going to see that there is one RSVP. Now that person has said, yes, I accepted, and it's someone like Zach's going to stop by the booth. So that's kind of a full system update on what goes on with the pipeline, how it all works. Thanks for stopping by and hanging there with me in the demo itself here on August 20th.